heading to Thailand, or at least thinking about it? Well, let's make sure your phone is as ready for the adventure as you are. Forget about lugging around guidebooks or trying to fold a map back the right way. Today, all you need for an epic Thai trip are the right phone apps. These little lifesavers tucked away in your pocket are your shortcut to navigating the busy streets, ordering the best food without needing to point and guess, and finding those hidden gems that no guidebook tells you about. From chatting with locals without getting lost in translation, to hopping on the right bus or grabbing a bite at a place that's worth the hype, we're diving into the must-have travel apps that will make your Thailand visit a breeze. Now, unless you've been hiding under a rock for a while, then you will have heard of Google Maps. How we lived without it, I'll never know. Okay, I do know because I'm old enough, but it really takes the stress out of getting from one place to another. In a moment, I'm going to show you how to use Google Maps with another Thai-based app to help you get around. Now, I highly recommend taking a little bit of time to get used to Google Maps so that you can plan your trip. To access your favorites, all you have to do is locate a place of interest and then save it, and then you can see all of your different saved locations. If you want, you can get a little bit more complex with the My Maps function, and that can help you plan your trip with even more detail. Google Maps will show you a certain amount of detail. However, our next app is a Thailand-based one, but it's in English. It's called ViaBus. Now, Thailand's public transport is a breeze with ViaBus. This handy app, it tracks most buses in real time. It provides routes, schedules, not all of them, and essential travel information. It's in over 20 cities in Thailand, including Bangkok, Phuket, Chiang Mai, Udon Thani. It supports all modes of transport, whether it be buses, the trains, the boats, and even the local buses themselves. Now, furthermore, if you've watched my video about getting around Bangkok, then you will know that some buses are old and they don't have air conditioning. ViaBus tells you which ones have air conditioning and which ones don't, which unfortunately Google Maps doesn't do. It also shows you bus routes in much greater detail and gives you alternative options, whereby Google Maps typically only gives you one. In Thailand, they don't have Uber, but they do have Bolt and Grab. My personal preference is with Bolt simply because they are cheaper than Grab. And if you don't use rideshare and perhaps want to go by taxi or tuk-tuk, I'm going to show you how you can use the app to save you money, or at least make sure you're getting charged the right price. Now, Grab doesn't work in all areas of Thailand, but as of the time of creating this video, it's in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Pattaya, Hat Yai, Krabi, Phuket, Hua Hin, Khon Kaen, Nakhon Ratchasima, Ubon Ratchathani, Udon Thani, and Koh Samui. Be aware, however, that there is no credit card option and that all of the Bolt transactions are cash. So always make sure you've got cash when you get into the Bolt. But it is very, very cheap, just costing a matter of dollars to get a trip done. Bolt has a multitude of options, as you can see here. Now, one of the downsides of Bolt is that you do have to wait for your driver. If you are approached by someone wanting to take you to a location, you can quickly jump into the Bolt app to see if they're offering you a fair price by looking at the taxi price and the Bolt price in there. Very handy to have. Now, Google Translate, it's a lifesaver. Thailand's enchanting culture is matched by its complex language. Fortunately, so many of the signs in the tourist areas and the menus as well have English translations, but sometimes that isn't the case, and this is where Google Translate comes into its own. Yes, it's great for communicating with non-English speakers. All you have to do is put the English sentence in and it will translate it across to Thai. Unfortunately, what it does do is it always gives you the female pronouns, but that doesn't matter. With Google Translate's camera feature, You can instantly translate Thai signs, menus, and even handwritten notes into your native language. Now, there's been times where I've been at a 7-Eleven and I don't know whether I'm going to be buying fabric softener or washing up liquid. All I have to do is use the camera translate and it makes it a breeze. Here's an example where I've bought some soap. You can see the Thai version here in the camera. Google Translate does it in a snap. In my room, there was a sign on the air conditioner. It was written in Japanese. I didn't know what it meant. It looked like there was a charge. So as you can see here, I use Google Translate to translate it from Japanese into English. Now, just to let you know, I'm not sponsored by this next app. The application is Klook or Klook. I'm not sure what the pronunciation is, but it's a fantastic website where you can pre-purchase tickets and experiences. And this means it takes the hassle out of organizing activities. You can organize everything in one place before you go. You don't need to hunt around and find ticket sellers and vendors and go to multiple websites. It's all located in one place. For instance, you can pre-purchase BTS rabbit cards and you can pick it up from the Klook or the Klook counter at Bangkok Airport. I'm sure people will tell me in the comments what the correct pronunciation is. I guess it's Klook. If you want an eSIM for your phone, you can organize that before you arrive, or perhaps a taxi service or a private bus to get you to where you need to go hassle-free. These days we make less and less calls, and while apps like Messenger and Snapchat might be used in the West, in Thailand the main messaging app is Line. So whether you're meeting new friends in Thailand or communicating with a business, Line is the app to use. Now personally, I'm not a huge fan of the interface, but I can just quickly show you how to add someone in if you need to, or scan their personal QR code to add them in. The Michelin Guide. Now, if you don't know what the Michelin Guide is, it's been around forever, rating prestigious dining experiences, and it's very big here in Thailand. One of the wonderful things that they do, whether it be in Bangkok or Phuket, not only do they rate the restaurants, they rate the street food as well. So if you're looking for an almost surefire, amazing eating experience, the map feature that I'm showing you here will guide you. So this is particularly handy if you're a little bit wary of the street food, or perhaps you're just a foodie wanting the best experience on your trip. The Michelin Guide, as I say, is a very big deal in Thailand. The app is very easy to use, as you can see here. And using these apps, they're going to be a big help on your trip. And so will my next video coming up.